Hi, welcome to virtual back to school night. Hopefully you're watching the right video. I'm Mrs. Fisher. I teach Math 8 Challenge, Math 8, and Math 8 Enrichment. This video is just for Math 8 Challenge and Math 8, so for Math 8 Enrichment, please make sure that you click the correct video link. So I'm trying to do this presentation in 10 minutes. I have a lot of information, but I'm trying to make sure that we make the most of this time. So I broke it down to 3 parts. One part is to get to know Mrs. Fisher, who's a stranger in my house a couple times a week teaching my student. What's the tech is going to be the technology that I explained that we use for the school year. And then how can you assist your student with their weekly math practice? So here's a little bit about me. I got my degree from Cal Poly Pomona in mathematics. I have a single subject math credential. I taught at Azusa High School for 4 years. I taught algebra, Avid 9th and 10th grade, geometry, integrated math 1, and I also ran a Best Buddies Club there. This is my 6th year at AMS. I'm the student leadership advisor and the co-facilitator of the Black Alliance. I also tutor middle school and high school after work, and it's one of my joys of being able to do one-on-one with some students, but I also get to see the mathematics that is being taught at the high school, so I know what teachers are looking for there at the high school in terms of learning math, and I'm also knowing the curriculum and the content that is taught. So me as a teacher, I'm not sure the students told you, but I love math. I love it so much. I think it's beautiful. I think it's fun. I think it's empowering. I think it's, of course, very useful. And so I like to go ahead and have that type of energy go to my students when they're doing their math and really help them to embrace math as really a great learning opportunity that translates to other areas in their lives. So I think our curriculum is really great, the CPM curriculum. I like using it for the fact that it gets spiral review, so you're constantly reviewing concepts, and then also I like that that the assignments that are given to students will actually give them opportunity to think for themselves and think about how they're solving the math, okay, and how to defend their reasoning. So I don't see myself so much as a teacher, but more a facilitator and a guide to the math. I want to help empower students. I like to make them innovators and confident leaders in math. I believe mistakes grow your brain, that every student's mathematically brilliant, and that math is a web. And really the goal is to see how does math spread out and reach to all these other concepts that we're dealing with throughout the year. So what is math? Math is really the notice of patterns. They describe patterns and then generalize patterns. And this is what we're expecting students to do every time they come to class. What patterns do they notice? Can they describe it? And then we're going to generalize it. And so if you look at the math on the side here, like the quadratic formula, these this is math that was noticed as a pattern, then described, and then these are the generalizations that we see here on the right-hand side of the screen. Also, I want to share 3 truths about learning in this class. There's no such thing as a math person. That is a myth, and it's very silly. Mistakes grow your brain, and speed is not important. So what the tech? Here we go. So Google Classroom has everything that you would need. All the codes are on there. All the links are on there. But I also provided the slide so that you can see the different technologies we use, and then explain. I also provided some website links so that you can go ahead and access it and bookmark it yourself, or help your student bookmark it. So everything's on Google Classroom. Please have your students start there. There's a Math 8 website. I gave you a short link here. It has all the CPM practice solutions on the homepage. You just need to scroll all the way to the bottom. There's also the ebook or the electronic textbook. I gave the link here for ebooks.cpm.org. The codes are on Google Classroom for each class period. Khan Academy, the link to Khan Academy is on there, and the class code is on there, but they should already be embedded into my class, and they can access that through khanacademy.org. Flipgrid, there's a new link for each week, because each week the assignment gets a new code that's going to be posted on Google Classroom on the actual assignment that's given each week. It's a slideshow. I'm going to go through it so you know how to help your student navigate it. And then this is not on Google Classroom, even though I said everything was, but cpm.org. A lot of people don't know that it's a great resource for a parent guide with extra practice. Anyone can access it. You don't need a code, and you just want to make sure you click the appropriate textbook, which I have here on the screen. So available on the Math 8 website, you'll find class syllabus and other class documents for download. There's answers for checking homework, which we call practice in Math 8. There's a recommended class supply list. There's 8th grade math FAQ, resources for extra support, resources for extra challenge, and there's much, much more. We're also going to add some sample tests, which we call mastery check-ins. So sample mastery check-ins, there will be a link provided on the website for you to get access to some of those to help students prepare. So a typical day, they're on Zoom with me for about 45 minutes. We're doing math from the beginning, math all the way to the end. And then we're doing some different ways of accessing the math and communicating our math. We're doing breakout rooms, we're doing chat. I'm trying different technology pieces to go ahead and engage students and to get their thinking and also be able to see their work as we're meeting live. And so once they're done with that, then they have work designed that's given on the Monday of each week around 8 o'clock. That's for the whole week for them to do on the 2 days they have Zoom for math, and then also on the Friday for the additional 30 minutes. So this is what it should look like at home. The students should have out their textbook, or the ebook is open because they have to do a CPM practice. They'll need their tools like paper, pencil, a calculator. They'll need to have Google Classroom open and also the Math8 website open so they can access the solutions. Then when they get to Google Classroom, they're going to find a slideshow that's assigned for each week, and each student gets their own copy so they can upload their work here. There you'll see the weekly agenda, so there's a little inspirational message for the student. There's also the textbook assignments that we're going to do for that week so they can look it up themselves and start previewing some of the material. There's a Motivational Monday video that's embedded in the slideshow. The Brain Gym, which I'll go over so that you can help your student. And then there's also attending tutoring sessions if they need help. I gave a link here to my tutoring hours, which I realized I wanted to have in the slideshow. So please look on the Math8 website to find my tutoring hours. I offer 3 days that I tutor, okay, throughout the week, not just on Fridays. And then here is the Motivational Monday video. It kind of just connects on what we're learning in math to just our human side. And so we show this video so we all have a context to talk about what's going on. And it's just something nice to share with students each week. So it's in the slideshow. Then they get to the famous Brain Gym. Students have been asking about it before it even got assigned. And now they look forward to this assignment each week. So this assignment is a matrix. We're expecting students to do one per row. They can also do a vertical row or they can do a diagonal row, but no horizontal rows because then you're just doing the same assignment over and over, kind of, right? And so when they're choosing one per row, they're getting different ways of accessing the information, different ways of explaining their thinking, and they're also getting a lot of good spiral review in. This matrix also offers itself to students that just need to do the bare minimum of the 3 assignments to get a great math practice in, robust math practice in. And then if a student, I have students that want to do all 9 assignments, so they're welcome to do that as well. And I do notice there's a repeat here, but each week there will not be repeats. Some weeks there will be. And so first they're going to click on the first row. Once they click on one of these yellow like little burst of stars, they will then get to the CPM practice for that assignment. Then in the slideshow, they have the assignment sheets that tells them which problems to complete from the textbook. And then they even have a sample of what I'm looking for in terms of their work. So this is really giving a full, robust answer. This is what I'm looking for each time that they're doing their CPM practice to explain their thinking. And we're just really practicing this year. Then there's a slide for them to upload their work. They can scan it in or they can add it attached to the assignment. There's also links for keys and then the assignment sheet if they need those access points there as well. And then after that, they choose one of the middle row puzzles. There's 3 of them. They go from very complex to very simple. So students can choose one that's appropriate for their level or one they're interested in. After that, when they click on the puzzle, it will then give them instructions on what they should do for Flipgrid. This is the opportunity for students to talk about the math. And this is really, really beneficial for the student to understand their thinking. And sometimes they find their mistakes. So this doesn't mean that the student must be correct when they do these puzzles. It just means that they should be working on it for 15 minutes and then record the response on Flipgrid. And I will say that these problems are designed to have different access points and multiple answers. So we're not looking for just one answer. And that's what I love about the freedom in mathematics is that it's not just one prescribed way of doing things. So please have them choose an appropriate puzzle for them or do all 3. Then on the bottom row, they'll find the Khan Academy assignments here. There's good spiral review. What I really like about Khan Academy is that you can always, when you get it incorrect, there's going to be a video or there's going to be some notes for you. And then you can learn from your mistakes and you can redo the assignment to demonstrate your learning. And then after that is when you go to Khan Academy, you can access the assignments by clicking on your name in blue and then the notifications. Okay, almost there. So here's your resources. This is your scientific calculator, graphing calculator, multiplication chart table. This is in the slideshow for students always have resources that they need to do their math practice at home. I'm not going to read through the slide for you, but please pause the video and read through yourself. It's just some ideas on how to support your student. And then I want to tell you, thank you so much for watching the video. Just want to remind you to ask your child what's going on and ask them to teach you. Look for the weekly Math Learning Love newsletters on Fridays. Look for the weekly area reports every Saturday. And then enjoy the Snazzy 8th grade website. It's not just for kids. Email me with any questions anytime. My email's on the screen. And once again, thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay, bye.